This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented to you by Bet365. Bet365 is offering new users a $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. And we're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com and use code SGPN for 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. And we're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has a last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Use promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. All right, DJs, welcome back. Later than normal. It's a late Friday night. It's your boy Boston Capper with the God of himself, Steve Schirmer, to come in and give our best NFL bets. Your man went 5-0 last week without you here. Had to school the young boy, Cam Kerr. Let's go. I mean, you got to do better than him last week. You have to.
What are you end up going? Like 1-4?
I don't know. Probably 1-4. When he gets me on at least 3 picks.
Listen, I mean, you are a seasoned veteran. You've been betting the NFL for probably at least 25 years.
Oh God!
So
Jesus, you're probably fucking right. Good Lord, don't say
I know.
That.
Well, I'm going to make a reference tonight about watching football for 30 years for one of the games I handicapped. So, yeah, just a little trend that I've noticed over 30.
All right,
over 30 years, a little trend I've noticed. But yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's when I first went into the living room when my dad was drinking his Labatt Triple X's. And I said, "Hey,
nobody knows what Labatt is outside of fucking New England."
Yes, it is the official beer of Western New York and Canada for the most part. But
Labatt Triple X, dude. We used to go buy that shit in the 6 and 12 packs when we find it. We'd be like, "Holy shit!" It was like 6% alcohol back in the day. We were like, "Oh my God, this is the hottest beer ever!" And that was like IPAs that are like 12.
I know. It's basically the equivalent of like Bud Ice. Pretty much, or Keystone.
But Ice, exactly what it is. Yeah. Molson Triple X Ice.
Exactly. If you don't know what the bad Triple X is, it's essentially that. So, but yeah, I wandered into the living room. I saw the Giants play the Cowboys. I'm like, that's the Cowboys, and they stink. So that's when my dad's like, "Oh, you're a man, son." So he pulled me up. Been watching football every Sunday since then. So, but
that's when you get your first slug of whiskey.
Something like that. But no, it's good to be back to the NFL show. I made. I talked about this earlier with you that didn't love the board, but there's one bet in particular I really love that I can't wait.
I can't wait to hear what it is.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see what this is. I hope it lines up with what I like.
I have a feeling we're probably gonna be on the same side on this one.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's gonna be here. Last night the charity auction. That's why we're doing it on Friday.
How much were you auctioned off for, and how was the day?
It took a while. The MC had to really guilt the audience in the bidding. No, they didn't do that. No, this was a charity auction. We actually bid on stuff. I cleaned up on a lot of the golf stuff. Ended up getting a foursome round to a really nice golf course here. Also got a rangefinder for a big discount. That was really nice. Yeah, nice little Callaway laser rangefinder. Which I technically don't need. I technically don't need because I have a GPS already. But I just saw it and I was like, "This is going for like half off right now. I might as well get it." So,
but it's so much easier than like pulling out your phone and doing that stuff. Like, especially if you're trying to play music and things like that while you're playing. Like, yeah. Rangefinders are nice. Shout out Pete. One of my buddies, Tommy, was with me. We were playing a charity tournament. He was playing like dog shit. He took his $300 rangefinder and chucked it into the fucking lake.
That's not smart.
Nope, certainly was not. And I was like, Pete, I literally, because Pete had a tendency to melt down back then. I was like, man, this is a charity tournament. It's one that SGPN actually sponsored locally. Okay. And I was like, Pete, you can't be a dick. You can't act like how you can act. Of course, fucking loses his mind, fucking throws it. But as soon as he was done, as soon as he heard the splash, he was like, "Oh, that was dumb." And he like collected himself, and he was good the rest of the time. But the people behind us, because you know how charity tournaments are when they're stacked up, the people behind us were like, "Oh shit!" Like that dude just chucked his rangefinder into the fucking lake.
What's his handicap or estimate handicap?
Pete's?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Fucking, he'll probably tell you it's a 92, but it's really like a 104.
Okay. I mean, at that point, you just can't get mad at a bad shot. If you can't,
but you say that, but you know how it is, man. You know how it is. You just get competitive. And
of course it is. You saw me bury a club in the middle of my the fairway of my club.
I did.
Yeah. I'm playing a lot better since then. I was not playing well that day. But anyways, let's talk about a couple other teams in our life and things in our life that are not playing well. The Patriots and the Giants. I'm dreading talking about my disaster.
Do you think I'm looking forward to talk about my fucking team?
All right. Well, I think I went first last time talking about the Giants. So why don't you go first?
Fine.
They're in Germany this week.
Yep.
I mean,
Deutschland.
Yep. Apparently, the Patriots are the Germany's adopted team, I guess, because apparently, like, they only play one NFL game a week, and it's the Patriots because they were just good for a while, and now they're not so good.
I would underplay. First of all, we were dominant for 20 years. Okay, because now I'm going to be this old guy at the bar, and I'm going to hold on to these memories until I fucking die. We were dominant for fucking 20 years. Also, there's a giant Gillette factory in Germany, so that helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was it also a condition? Was it also a condition of their surrender in World War II that anything American sounding they had to automatically support? So clearly the Patriots are,
possibly
the team.
Possibly.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
I don't know how well. Listen, I know you're good with history, but I don't know if you remember how Germany was after World War II. They weren't very compliant even after that.
Well, I mean, like the West Germany was. The East Germans definitely were.
West Germany, yes. West Germany, fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think they're actually more about World War One because they definitely did not comply with any.
No, World War One, they were like, yes, we'll be good forever. Just kidding.
Yep. And then they printed a bunch of money, and then bread cost 5 billion francs, and then a little short guy got really mad and started a big.
Who was Jewish himself, by the way. Who was Jewish and half Jewish.
Yeah, he was half Jewish. Yeah.
And he was an artist, and nobody wanted to buy his paintings. So it was basically, I guess today's version of shooting up a school on, I don't know, fucking steroids times a bazillion. And back then, one guy was crazy enough to think he could take over the world, and he almost made it happen. That's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. He almost did. Plenty of movies about that. But anyways, let's get back to football.
Anywho,
all right.
Yeah, so we're gonna get stomped nice and early in the morning. I'm gonna be on my third cup of coffee. I'm going to be making my kids, their pancakes, their eggs, wherever they want on the weekend. And I know exactly what's going to happen. And we're going to lose. Listen, we've lost control of the team. J.C. Jackson isn't coming over because he blows. And he missed curfew. Jack Jones, same thing. Missed curfew is not coming over. Trent Brown might not play. My O-line is so bad. You can't lose that fat fuck who doesn't like to play regardless. But when he plays, he's good, but he's not going to play. No Devontae Parker, that doesn't matter. Our only hope is that Kayshon Boutte will actually play well, but dude, we're gonna get stomped. We're not stomped, but we're gonna lose. It's whatever. I have no hope for this team. I just want us to lose at this point.
I mean, Gardner gives you a shot. I mean, we're talking about a little bit.
Gardner is better. Do you think Gardner is better than Mac Jones?
He's better, but
he's better than Mac Jones. Of course he is.
He's also a turnover machine, though.
So is Mac Jones.
So it sounds like you probably should bet the under instead in this game. What is the over under?
Probably.
So you go to bet 365. What's the over under in this game?
I don't know. I bet
40. A robust 43.
Yeah, that's stupid. But listen, our defense is going to be bad. I don't know. Indy's defense isn't anything to write fucking home about. So 43, I would just stay away. What I bet was Indy -1.5, Gardner Minshew over 4.5 yards rushing. Those are my two bets for now. I will post some props Saturday night or early Sunday morning before the game. I'll probably put together a couple same game parlays and some prop bets.
Okay, so you're gonna be.
I'm thinking Boutte, hopefully, because Bill will stop being such a prick and let this kid play. The kid was one of the best receivers in college football. He wasn't able to drag his toes in the first game of the year, and we haven't seen him since. The rest of our receivers blow. So,
okay. So you're going to be really annoyed then when Gardner Minshew kneels 3 times, sitting on 7 yards rushing, and
absolutely
to ice the game.
There you go. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Why don't we take a quick break and then we'll start talking about my disaster of a team that continues to get worse and worse and worse.
Tommy DeVito. Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't even know if Bet365 can save Tommy DeVito, but if they could, listen, it's the world's favorite sports book, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. Prop, sides, totals, live betting, they got you covered. And if you like boosts, you're going to love Bet365, like a 30% profit boost on your NFL same game parlay. Plus, even have an early payout offer if your team goes up by 17 points. Perfectly segued into your garbage team and Dallas being favored by 16.5 or 17, depending on where you shot. So if you're going to bet Dallas, go bet it on Bet365, because as soon as they get up by 17, you don't have to worry about the backdoor anymore, because you know they're going to be up by 17. So sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers. Either $1,000 first bet safety net or bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Just head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com, Bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.bet365. Problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And then Underdog, man. Underdog is still going strong in the football season, man. So they got to play. You can play NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball. That's back. And college football. So you got to simply pick a higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. So watch along, make your picks, and make a little cash over at Underdog on their mobile app or their website at underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up for promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit bonus up to $100. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
Okay. All right. So
we cover the 17.
We'll get to that first. First, I just want to give a condolences to all the Daniel Jones dick riders who finally, it seems like, have come to the realization that maybe, just maybe, we might want to get a new quarterback, considering another major injury. Listen, like, the kid is tough. He clearly did something to his knee the play before and then trot himself back out there and then fully tore it at that point. Kind of like an RG3 situation. Maybe he got a little bit with the coaching staff too, kind of saying, hey, listen, I think his knee's about to go. Send his ass back out there so we can have an excuse to tank and get a new quarterback. Just 4D chess by Brian Daboll there. But anyways, look, even before that, though, there's a reason why I was texting you about how terrible Daniel Jones was before that. I am sorry that he cost you the rushing prop.
Mushed it.
Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, though, I bet under Daniel Jones rushing yards for the season. So that's cash. So thank you very much for that. But anyways, even before that, though, like, first play of the game, overthrowing Saquon by 4 yards, almost throwing a pick six to Darius Slayton, overthrowing Jalen Hyatt when he's wide open down the field. Like, and there was a little pocket of Giants fans who were still saying, well, he was rusty. What do you expect? How many more goddamn excuses do we need for this kid? Well, anyways, he's done. The only crappy thing is he's going to be on the team next year because it's a $60 million cap hit. You can't even restructure that one. So, hopefully at this point we'll have a top 2 pick. We'll get Drake May or Caleb Williams. Don't really care either. I trust Joe Shane to pick the right guy. But listen, I mean, it sucks to once again be, on the side of rooting for this team to lose. It's probably been at least 70% of my time as a Giants fan the last decade. And I just want to get back to a point where it's fun again. I mean, the end of last year was fun. The playoff game was fun. And I thought just coming in this year, I sold myself a bill of goods. I'm like,
yes,
maybe Brian Daboll like really is
turned him around. Maybe Daniel Jones is good. Maybe we can make. I remember how optimistic you were, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it happen.
I think I called him Chiefs light. Where just a lot of quick passes and then the dominant tight end. Oh, yeah, everything's fine here. And no, it was not fine. My instincts on Daniel Jones were always correct. He stinks.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But as far as this game, though, with Shinebox Tommy there, look, I mean, like, this is exactly pretty much what 2021 was like after Daniel Jones went down. Just an already horrible, abominable offense just gets worse. And let me give you a stat. I think I already told you this one, but outside of the Cardinals' second half where they scored 31 points, the Giants on offense, taking away a pick six they had in Miami, have averaged 1.7 points per quarter played.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. Yeah, I forgot.
It's not good. It's not good. That's not good football. And now we're going to play the Cowboys, who absolutely dominate the Giants, especially in Dallas. Yeah, at home. It's a 17-point spread. But look, I mean, the Dallas defense could get that on its own. They did that in week 1. And really, the only shot the Giants have is if Wink Martindale dials up the blitz to kind of create a little pressure. But the problem is Dak dominates the blitz. They just carved that up all day long. So, yeah, I mean, this This line probably could be 21 points, and it's probably, you'd bet that too. So Cowboys are going to steamroll. I mean, if you got the 15, you should be jumping for joy. It's 17. I don't care.
I got the 16.5, and I'm 100% fine with it at 17.
Yeah. I mean, I look back in 2021 after they lost Jones. They went 0-7 ATS the rest of the way. So, and dude, there was some big spreads.
Tommy DeVito is so bad.
He is bad. I mean, that's another thing of delusion for Giants fans saying, well, look at what he did in the second half. They were playing prevent defense against the Raiders.
Yeah, it's because he has a vowel in his last name. I know Kramer's getting upset about all the Guinea disparaging and like making fun of the Italian race. The kid's name's Tommy DeVito. He wears this terrible gold chain. And people, all the Guidos are just fucking getting excited because it sounds like their uncle, but he blows and he probably plays like your uncle. He sucks. He's not good.
And he sucked at Syracuse too. Everybody up here knew how bad he was. And as soon as he marched in, I'm like, oh God, this is going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, look, what's crazy is you look at a kid like Bagent last night, like that kid looked like a legit quarterback. He didn't look great, but like, listen, he's a serviceable NFL quarterback. And then you look at somebody like Tommy DeVito, you're like, no. He doesn't even look like he belongs competing with Bagent. Like, it's insane. Like, he's bad.
He is.
Who's the backup to him?
Well, so now they brought in Matt Barkley.
Oh my God.
They also brought in Jacob Eason.
I don't know who that is.
It's Tony Eason's kid, former Patriot.
Tony Eason, like former like Patriots fucking quarterback?
Yeah, Jacob Eason.
Tony fucking Eason, who sucked. Like his dad sucked. So his kid's a quarterback too? Tony Eason fucking blew when I was a kid. He was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's his kid.
Oh, get fucked. Oh, you guys are so screwed.
Oh, we totally are.
Dude, Tony Eason sucks. Mm-hmm. That was the 80s. Like,
I remember
that to be a good quarterback.
Well, I don't remember that. I mean, I was a baby when Tony. I know the name Tony Eason. I know that was just a name of just horror for you guys.
So bad.
Yeah. No, I think he was a 4th-round pick for the Colts, and he got just bounced around. Yeah, that's our 3rd-string quarterback. So it's Matt Barkley,
Tony Eason's kid. Good fucking luck.
And Tommy DeVito. I have a feeling we're probably going to see Matt Barkley.
You got Joe Pesci, Matt. I can't believe Matt Barkley can like field the snap at this point. Like that's a broken human. And then you got Tony Eason's fucking kid. You got. I might put my life savings on Dallas -16.
No, I mean the reason why I keep saying 2021 is because back then we had Jake Fromm and we had Mike Glennon. It's an exact similar circumstance.
Giraffe.
Yeah, it's not good. So yeah,
not,
Cowboys
not
-17.
Not great, Bob.
All right,
that might be the most sent GIF I send you. Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob at all.
Not great, Bob.
All right, let's get to our top 5 picks of the week.
All right, before we do that, let's pay the bills and get that out of the way, and then we get to the picks, right? So we'll talk to you guys about game time. Listen, holidays coming up, like we say. Listen, you don't know if you're coming, you're going. I don't know if you're going to cousin's house. You got family coming to you. I got kids. Everybody's coming to me. But listen, you have to entertain these people once they show up. Food and drink is only so much, but sooner or later, you got to get the hell out of the house with all the relatives closing in on you. So game time is a great time for it. Comedy shows, sporting events, concerts, whatever. They have the best prices. You can buy it straight up till the day. So when Aunt Ruth is driving you nuts on a Saturday, you don't know what to do. Hey, Aunt Ruth, guess what? I know you and your husband love X comic. They're playing in town. Let's go buy some tickets and let's go. Let's get out of this goddamn house. Let me get away from you for a little while. That's what everybody thinks about the holidays. So game time, the best app you can get, like I said, up to the last minute. Plus, they got 110% price guarantee. If you can find the ticket in the same row, and they'll give you up to 110% back. And listen, it's the best place to buy a ticket. Don't be silly. Go somewhere. So go snag the tickets without the stress at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account with redeem code at CFBX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. The last minute tickets, lowest price guarantee, and Hall of Fame bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame bets, the sports betting analytics platform with player props, parlays, and game lines. You can research all your sports with historical stats and data. Enter any parlay idea into Hall of Fame bets revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as an expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort the players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot, which ones got So stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN for 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. And I used Aunt Ruth as an example. I actually have an Aunt Ruth. I love her to death. I would never want her out of my house, ever. Like, she's the sweetest. She makes great food, and she's taking care of my kids. So it wasn't actually meant for that. I don't know why it popped into my brain.
I mean, I think
just
like
just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I think like a name like Ruth is probably like the go-to stereotypical like aunt. So she's just.
And I thought about it.
So blame her parents at that point, for naming her.
Yeah. Well, those are my grandparents-in-law, I guess, and my kids called them great-grandfather and great-grandmother, and both of them have passed. R.I.P. Shirley.
Okay.
So,
yeah. All right. Speaking of people who passed, Insano, welcome. Recently deceased from the Guillotine League. Nice of you to join us here. Listen. I understand Dallas plays down the competition. 17 is a lot of points, but to the Giants, trust me, it's not a lot of points. So, all right. Do you want to go with the top pick of the week? Or do you want to go worst to first?
I don't know. Mayo says give the good picks at the top of the board and leave the rest for it. So let's go with the top pick, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you want to go with my lock of the year?
Lock of the year. I want to hear what it is.
All right. So I made reference that I've been watching football for 30 years. And one thing I have just seen over and over and over dozens and dozens of times is anytime you have a confirmed, legitimately horrible quarterback with a bad coach and not that great of a defense, go on the road into a team with an elite defense with elite pass rush, they're just going to get their doors blown out. They're going to get their asses kicked. And that's just what I see. This is kind of a square pick, but I mean, I think anytime you have a feeling like this, it's going to be kind of square. Pittsburgh -3 over Green Bay and Jordan Love. Jordan Love, listen, I write down blurbs here, and this is all I wrote. Jordan Love sucks, especially when he's pressured. Pittsburgh brings a ton of pressure. The end. That's it. And I think, the way the Packers beat up on the Rams last week, I think the exact same thing is going to play out in Pittsburgh. Now, like Pittsburgh's offense, it was a little better. It still looks like dog shit, but I think Deontay Johnson back for them does open up a little bit. They finally figured out how to use Jaylen Warren a little better against the Titans too. And I just think this game is like, I can't see the Packers scoring more than 13 points. And, I think Pittsburgh's going to get to at least 20. So, 20-13, 23-6, something like that. Like, I just see Jordan Love putting up like a 13 for 27 for 112.
Lucky.
Maybe a touchdown, 2 picks, a sack fumble, something like that.
Yeah. Well, sir, that is also my number one lock of the fucking week.
Hell yeah.
Like, forget about it. Like, Steelers at home, Love on the road. And now we might even get a Pickens like squeaky wheel game. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not involved enough. You get him running, running down the field. The kid is so talented with one-handed catches. That defense is going to eat Jordan Love's lunch. It's Tomlin at home. It's 3. It's very strange that it's only 3 to me, but I love that. That's my absolute favorite fucking pick of the week. And the fact that we're both on it makes me feel very, very happy.
Yeah, and like how I always talk about how Matt LaFleur just is a bad coach. Like I remember him coming from the Titans, and people were a little questionable about his play calling over there. And I remember the first like LaFleur Rodgers like incarnation. Like LaFleur would call a play in, and Rodgers would just be like, "No, we're not running that. Just call his own plays." And that was a storyline for a little bit. And it's showing now that he was just riding his coattails for 4 years, and now he has Jordan Love, and LaFleur stinks. He's a bad game manager. And you're right. Just Pittsburgh -3 at this point. Like, do I feel great? The fact that I think the Steelers are a lock.
Well, the Steelers aren't great either, but that's how bad the Packers are.
But the Packers are like,
and Tomlin can get these fucking guys up, man. Like, he's the motivator of men. And you got to think about how like young and dumb these like jocks are at this age. You know what I mean? Like somewhere between like 21 and 26 years old, most of them, and they buy into all that fucking all that bullshit. So
and like I talk about how bad the Giants offense is. The Packers offense not that far away from that. They don't have a lot of skill players. They basically have Aaron Jones, and that's really it.
That's it. And they don't even fucking use him. Dylan stinks.
Yeah,
I don't even understand why they even took Dylan as somebody who watched Boston college football. Like, he stunk. He stinks. Like, he's not good. 3 yards in a cloud of dust at best. Christian Watson would be good if you quarterback can get him the ball. Dobbs can't get it. Like, forget about it. Like, yeah, my favorite play of the week. Favorite play of the week.
Okay, there you go.
We're
All
on
right,
the same
then
page.
why?
All right, what's your number 2?
All right.
You want me to
Well,
go?
this one's yeah. Why don't you go then?
Okay.
For your number 2 pick.
So, listen, it might be the Squares play of the week. I don't know what the breakdowns are yet, but Detroit coming off a bye against that Chargers team. Give me Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. Yeah, exactly. That's how bad Jared Goff is. It doesn't even matter. Listen, you got Gibbs coming back, or Montgomery coming back with Gibbs. I love Amaron. Like, that team is good. Coming off a bye. That Chargers team somehow almost, I know the score was whatever it was, they did not look good against that Jets team. The Jets team coughed it up at least 4 or 5 fucking times. That defensive line got to him a lot, and Hutchinson for Detroit is gonna eat him. Like, I'm telling you, like, I know all the public's on him. I don't really care. I don't believe in Staley, Herbert, that defense, that offensive line, and now he doesn't have Palmer. So it's going to be Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson. That kid sucks balls. He is not good. He blows. So he's going to have Keenan Allen, Eckler to dump off to, and that's all he's got with all that pressure coming in, and you have a fully functioning offense on the other side of the ball that's coming off a bye week, and Dan Campbell's team plays for fucking Dan Campbell. -3. Don't give a shit if it's square. Second favorite play of the week. Detroit over the fucking Chargers.
All right, this is a bad sign because that's also my number 2 pick.
Let's go. Let's go.
So to piggyback a little bit, let's do a little high-level analytics here too. So Justin Herbert really good against the blitz. Detroit doesn't blitz a whole lot, but they can pressure with 4. So that means they're dropping guys back in coverage a lot. And you just mentioned not a lot of injuries to the receivers, passing core there. Herbert has been having a little problem, when guys are dropping back. And meanwhile, the Chargers run a lot of man-to-man. Jared Goff absolutely just demolishes man-to-man defenses this year. Detroit -3.
Love it.
We'll go with that.
Love it.
All right, I guess I'll go to my number 3 pick.
Number 3. Let's see if we're on the same one on 3. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't think we will.
Do you have a dog or a favorite? Dog or a favorite?
This is an underdog.
I'm sorry, I have a dog too.
Okay.
All right.
So a lot of steam on the Ravens this week. A lot of smoking, and blowing up their asses this week.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. So it's 6.5 points to Cleveland. I understand Cleveland's issues at the quarterback position and on offense, but we've just seen that defense rise to the occasion, especially against the Ravens last couple of years. I think most of their games last couple of years have been 1-score games. Always. And Cleveland's defense is just truly a game-changing defense. And Lamar Jackson, I mean, you've had him on fantasy teams. I've had him on fantasy teams. Just he puts up a random stinker at times, and I think that's coming this week, especially because Baltimore has the Bengals coming up on Thursday night. I know it's a technically a division rival, but possibly a look-ahead spot there too. So Cleveland plus 6.5. I'm going to take that as my 3rd pick.
I avoided that game because I can't even figure out the Ravens. I just can't. They beat bad teams. They beat NFC teams. Cleveland is Cleveland, and it's hard for me to I know their defense is ungodly right now. Like, they're very, very good. It's a divisional game. It's 6.5. It seems like a trap line. I don't want to back Deshaun Watson, and I also don't want to back the Ravens. That thing is just a fucking stay away from me. Like, I'm just staying away.
Okay. All right. What's your number 3 pick then?
Going with Josh Dobbs and the Vikings getting 3 points against the fraudulent fucking Saints.
Okay.
It's been paying off, 80% of the time for me so far this year? Like, when I bet against them, I think I've only lost 1 game when I bet against them. Dennis Allen, terrible coach. Derek Carr, terrible quarterback. Chris Olave is good. Alvin Kamara is going to get his. I just think as bad as the Vikings started, it was kind of what everybody expected, right? Because they luck boxed into so many fucking wins last year that everybody's like, yep, that's it. See, we told you, regression, man. Like, all the fucking nerds and listen, whatever. It was fine. It was true. But, dude, that Dobbs guy played his fucking balls off last week. It seems like, I don't know, man. There's something that data and stats can't comprehend and put on paper. They just can't, right? Same reason why how I handicap golf. Like, you can't handicap grit. And this is a team that's like, all right, we've been down. We're on a streak. We can do this. We got this new guy who didn't know the receivers' names was like learning the snap counts on the sideline, went out and balled out. I do like their coach. And I don't believe in the Saints at fucking all. They are so fraudulent. Derek Carr stinks. That coach is fucking terrible. I'm getting 3 points with the resurgent Vikings who think they can actually make a playoff spot. I think they're the 6th right now, 6th or 7th seed. Like they're in the playoffs right now. So they're in the playoffs right now. With what was that basketball player that Kevin Garnett fucked with? Oh shit, I'll pull it up. But he looks just like him. It creeps me out because he was the one. He said it doesn't matter. It was a bad thing. But it was Charlie Villanueva.
Oh God,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
he looks like Charlie Villanueva. Am I right?
He
looks just fucking like him. I'm 100% right.
I mean, it's kind of mean, but yes,
he looks just fucking like him.
Kind of.
But anyway, give me the Vikings against those fraudulent Saints. I'm right. See, that's why you're laughing because you know I'm fucking right. +3. Give me the points. Let's go.
Great pull. All right. So this game is my number 4 pick, but I'm on the opposite side.
Why do you keep backing this terrible team?
Because I actually have success betting on the Saints and betting off the Saints. So I think I actually have a good read on this team. Here's the thing. So Minnesota has one of the highest blitz rates in the league, right?
Yeah, because
what does Derek Carr love doing? What does Derek Carr love doing? Dumping the ball off to Kamara. Dumping the ball off to Kamara.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. They're going to do that with Kamara all day long against the blitz. They've also figured out with Chris Olave, they don't have to send him deep. They've been running quick routes with him. That's going to be a killer against Minnesota this week. Josh Dobbs, listen, great story. He's been carving up man-to-man defenses this year, but the Saints have been really good against man-to-man, this year as well. The Saints are going to dink and dunk their way to winning by at least a field goal. So I think, all right. I don't have to. I'm betting my bookie. So how about this? Maybe we'll compromise with this.
All right.
What's the over-under in this game? Was it like 44? 41. I love the under in this one. I think both offenses are probably going to have some trouble.
I'm not a totals guy. I don't fuck with totals too much.
All right, fine.
Sorry.
Okay, fine.
Anyway,
all right. Well, how about Minnesota up to 10 and then under 48?
Seems fine.
Okay, there you go.
There's
your 7-point tease then.
Yeah, that's fine. Nice. Okay. All right, number 4.
Yep, go with your number 4 pick.
Indianapolis -1.5 over the Patriots.
Oh, come on. All right, fine.
Dude, I'm dead fucking serious. I'm absolutely serious. I'm not even kidding. This is a team that's clearly in turmoil. The coach has lost the room. We are leaving our left tackle and the cornerback who stunk but was on our starting roster at fucking home. Ramondre looked okay last week on 1 run. 1. Other than that, he was gaining 2.5 yards a carry. That offensive line without Trent Brown is a fucking problem. Listen, our defense is not good. Our offense is fucking atrocious. Mac Jones has happy feet. He knows he's playing for his job somehow still. The fucking kid should be benched. Maybe Zappy comes in. Who fucking knows? And that might fuck the bet. But Zappy blows too. So, listen, that's why it's towards my back end. But I know the Patriots are losing this game. I know they are losing this game. I know my team. I know how they're going to play. I know what's going to happen. And dude, we lost to the Commanders. That team stinks. And they literally waved the white flag the week before we played them by trading away 2 of their best defensive players. That should affect the locker room where everybody else quits. And they already know they have a lame duck coach in Ron Rivera. That team still went up by double digits on the Patriots. Double fucking digits. Forget about it. My team is fucking cooked. We're not as bad as Carolina, and I don't know what the Bears are going to do. We will end up with we're not as bad as the Giants either. We'll end up between the 3 and the 5 pick. That's just where we are. Our team is fucking not good, and we're going to lose to Gardner Minshew in Indianapolis, in Germany. Kraft is going to be embarrassed because of the Gillette factory over there, and it's a huge deal for him with all the sponsors and all that bullshit. We're going to lose. He's going to be embarrassed. They can leave fucking Belichick in fucking Frankfurt. Let him go fucking play at the BDSM shops over there.
All right. So our crack producer, got a very good clip of us this week saying I was too smart to bet Alex Noren outright. And then we just said, hey, maybe you should bet him because we're going to swing the universe. And of course, he is now leading after 36 holes. We now have another clip that I think we can probably fire for him. So I think that's around the 33-minute mark is the timestamp for that. So Cameron, after the show, clip that and prepare that to go out on around noon on Sunday.
Yeah. To show that I'm correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. So my number 5 pick, this was originally going to be higher up my list. I originally liked San Francisco -3. A couple things came out today that I did not really like. Well, all right.
Stop it.
So a couple things came out today that I didn't really like. First of all, the weather's going to be really shitty on Sunday. And I just have scar tissue of Brock Purdy up in Cleveland and just being really bad in the wind and cold there. It's going to be really windy and rainy down Jacksonville. Makes me actually maybe not want to play Brock Purdy in a guillotine league this week. I have a decision to make. Also, Trent Williams doesn't look like he's going to play. So getting off of that. On the flip side of the coin, the reason why I did like San Francisco is, Trevor Lawrence, he has been pressured a whole lot this year, but when he's been pressured, he's been actually one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. And even though San Francisco hasn't been getting a lot of sacks, they get a lot of pressure with 4. So I think the fact that Jacksonville's offense is probably going to struggle. I think the Niners offense is going to struggle. How about under 45.5 in crappy weather for that game? That's my number 5 pick.
Okay. My 5 pick is Jags getting 3 at home.
Okay.
And coming off the bye, Doug Peterson, listen, he made Carson Wentz and Nick Foles win a Super Bowl. Think about that sentence. Carson Wentz and Nick Foles, that same quarterbacks on that team that year, won a fucking Super Bowl.
Can I give a counterpoint to that? I have a quick counterpoint to that.
You're going to tell me Frank Reich was clearly
usually when you win a Super Bowl, you get like a 4 or 5 year grace period. He was fired after 2 years at that point. So maybe he's not all that good of a coach.
No. I disagree with that. Howie Roseman is just a Boston guy with a short trigger. That's it.
All right. Okay.
I'm 100% right.
Listen, I have Eagles fans as relatives. Let me have you have a conversation about how they really feel about Doug Peterson. Okay.
That's fine. And listen, get as bad as they want about it. Now they're super happy with Sirianni because he looks like them and he's going to vowel at their last name. They're a bunch of fucking dirty dagos who just fucking want some guinea wop who looks like them. That's all.
All right. Continue your point.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, coming off the bye, like you said, he stinks over the blitz, but ETN he's good, man. He's good. That defense is good. 3 points at home. San Francisco's reeling. I know they're getting Debo back. West Coast to East Coast. Like Brock Purdy on the road. Like, man, Ander curse, whatever you want to put on it. Like, I don't know, man. Jacksonville is a legit good team, and they're getting fucking 3 points at home. Yeah, Mush, I know you're a Guido too. It's fine. Listen, I love you guys. That's why I break your balls about it. I don't know, man. I think this is the Jags. I think this is like the Jags year to like kind of show up and make it past that first round. Make it past the second round. Maybe even go to the AFC Championship game. I really feel like it's their type of year. It feels like that type of year. At least living down here, it does.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm fine with that just based on the information that came out today. That's fine.
Trent Williams is huge. They were my 6.
It is.
I moved it to my 5 because my 6 was Dallas, but I got him at 16.5 and now it's at 17. So I was like, so I was debating back and forth. And as soon as I saw Trent Williams, I was like, Jags are 5 and Dallas can get out.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. You got anything else?
No. What do we got for next week?
Well, it's the last leg of the death march of the FedEx Cup Fall. It is the RSM Classic, which actually has a good field in it next week. You got all the Sea Island guys, and hopefully they actually do this on the coverage. There is the intrigue of guys actually going for their card.
Yeah, dude, Vegas might secure his card this weekend, bro.
He might. That was a decent bet at 130 to 1.
Decent bet. He's in the top.
I know.
Fucking 7. Fucking 130.
I didn't want to go too strong with that compliment because you probably would say, "Hey, stop mushing it." Okay.
He's not.
He's not going to win.
He's not.
No. We all know who's going to win. Noren's going to win. Yeah, because you're welcome, everybody. But anyways, we got the RSM Classic next week. We'll be back for week 11 for football. And then after that, I mean, just be doing NFL coverage for the most part. You know, we got the Hero World Challenge. Maybe we'll do a little something with that.
Yeah, Hero's fun. I like the Hero.
Yeah, it's a good field. And yeah. But yeah, it'll be mostly after next week, NFL until Kapalua.
I'm crushing NFL. This is I was texting fucking mush about it the other day. I was like, the fucking first year I don't do the goddamn circuit. Fucking my worst week was 1-4, and then I think I've had 2 weeks of 3-2. Everything else has been 4-1 or 5-0. Fucking, it's maddening.
I've had a pretty good fall swing for golf, and I'm actually doing better in football. So
yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is.
All right.
So talk to you guys and gals next week. Until then, let's break them fucking books. Oh, props real quick. Hunt over 23.5 rushing yards. No, I wanted to put these out. Hunt over 23.5 rushing yards. That's my favorite prop of the week. Metcalf under 5.5 receiving receptions. And then Minshew over 4.5 rushing yards. Those are my three favorites.
You know, probably everybody just already tuned out the podcast after we start wrapping up there, right?
It's fine. We could print it and be like, hey, listen to the end. That's
fine. There you go. It's bonus coverage.
All right. Later, boys and gals.